Alrighty, let's get started. First, I'm just gonna get our palette. Been using a modified version of the Minecraft preset palette on Sprite, like that one. We're gonna rename our layers. This one background. I'm gonna set it to about 80%, just so we can see the grid a little bit. Call this shadow, and we'll call this one robot 32 because we're on bot number 32. And to get ourselves started, I'm just going to start with the head and work our way down, drawing out a little box. We can always change the shape by carving it out a little bit more, but starting nice and simple. Just seeing kind of what kind of silhouette will emerge. Maybe they've got, that's their upper chest, and here's some hips, and their arms come down like this. And maybe there's one more kind of separating axle before the legs go down like so. And let's move our guy into the center, just now that we know its approximate height. Good. Build that down, give him some legs. Now, I'm not sure if I like this two-stage kind of thing going on, but we'll see. Still just working on the silhouette. We can mirror that and move this over. Oh, go back. Attach the neck and create a little pole attaching the chest to our hips. Now, we have a long mouth and some greebly bits on the side. And for the eyes, nice, and just do some green. It's kind of goofy looking. It's all right though. I don't love that. Let's try one kind of going across. That's definitely a bit better. Give them a little button nose. Maybe thicken that a bit. Like that. And then we can go and give it some definition. Maybe some teeth. Or a vent of some sort. Still not into it the most. Just try moving things around until we like what we've got. Eventually we'll get something that we're happy with. Maybe if we do something like that. You know what? I'm just gonna wipe it completely and we're gonna start over. No shame in that. No shame in starting over, as long as you don't get caught up on it. That's the most important thing. kind of interesting. Maybe it's uneven. And this protrudes out. No. But this does mean that we can do kind of a Cyclops style eyeball here. That's kind of a nice shape. Go in and do some adjustments, creating a little collarbone. Just adding simple little details where we can. Just enough to suggest that something's there, but we don't really even need to know what it is. That's too much. Something under the arms. That needs to get brought down. Put down a few pixels, and then we can paint a little bit of shadow in. Excuse me. Try. No. It's all just a little trial and error. You know, all happy accidents. No happy accidents. Every accident. Oh, it's miserable. Boom, boom. Let's bring this like that. I'm happy with how that turned out. And then over. Now these arms need a little bit of TLC, I think. Just something to kind of keep I don't know, they're a little too straight. Maybe if we carve out a little bit here, I like that more already. And then maybe this is a small inner kind of core. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. We can do that, and we can bring this up. Yeah, maybe it's not a core, but just kind of part of the hip. That shape feels better to me. Let's create another frame. I'll just save just to make sure that we have one of each version, because I want to try doing one like that and one like so. And then I think we need a little bit of shadow along the head here. So go in with our light gray and just move that along the outer edge. And like so. Yeah, I like that. I think he's cute. Still, maybe if we swap that around. Just to Yeah, that's much better. And then we can tack a little bit of a hand on. I think we're about ready to start animating. We'll delete this frame. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. Delete that frame. Now I'm getting carried away adding a little more shading, but I think it's good. That all set up. Now, let's create 8 frames to create ourselves a little loop. All 8 frames ready to go. And for this one, let's start with a little wave hello. So let's do -10. Whoops. -10. Oh, let's actually do that on this frame, just so we can keep our original frame looking nice. Move that over. And do those -20, just moving it a little bit, a few degrees each time. I'm going to jump to 40 for this one, -40 degrees. And just go in and clean it up just a little bit. Get an eraser, take that out. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, now almost done with this initial section, but 2 more stops, so we'll go 60 degrees and 90 degrees. And let's see, this will be even with that. Move this, put that there, delete that. We're going to copy this over so it holds there just for a moment. Actually, no, we're just going to copy it over because we need to use it. I lied. I'm a liar. Then we're going to just kind of repeat that process, but on a smaller scale for the forearm. Bring the forearm up, and so they're just going to have a nice little gentle wave at us. So we did -10. Now we're going to make this a little bit quicker, so we're going to do -40. And then we're going to need to copy this 2 more times, grab our frames, move them over. And now we're good to go. So we're going to take this, select it, go -60. Delete that. Now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking I probably should have started this rotation a little bit further down the forearm. So I'm actually going to delete what we have here and go back, taking it from the end right here instead of from the middle. So just to repeat. Whoops, that was this frame is what I meant to move. So do -40. And that's already looking a lot better to me. And then, gonna copy our base arm once more. -60. And last but not least, once more for 90 degrees. Copy this a few times. Let's just see what we've got so far. Oops it up. Arms there. Looks good. There's a little choppiness right here that I'm not a fan of. And there's a little choppiness right here, which I'm not a fan of. Let's see how that looks now. Much better. I'm going to take this section, just this top section here, and I'm going to bring it down 1, and I'm going to copy the frame before, so it looks like they're waving just a bit. Copy it once more to hold on that beat. Let's actually copy this for 2 frames as well. And then we can start bringing the arm back down. So we're going to copy this frame. And what we're doing to bring the arm back down is we're just taking everything we've made before and just copying it in reverse, essentially. I like to skip a few frames as I'm going down just to show that gravity is affecting the arm. And I'm going to copy out a few frames in the beginning just to have that pose hold for a moment. That's what we've got so far. No, I think this is okay. But maybe they need to I think they need to hold it or repeat. Yeah, I think they need to repeat this little dip in the arm that they do. So we'll copy that and string it to the end here. So it goes down again. We'll do once more and see how that looks. Hello there. Yeah. Boop, boop. And it feels a little chunky. I think we don't need to double this frame. There's an extra frame there we don't need. That's much smoother. Noticing there's a pixel in the armpit that's flashing. So let's just go in and fix that. Add a little bit of shading. Oh, whoops, it's too late. Just a little bit of shading to this bone. Ugh. Let's see. Well, I don't really want to go through and do each of these, but we will. That's what I get for rushing, but that's all right. It can be kind of relaxing. And let's just take a look at everything frame by frame, so we can check if we've messed anything up. I don't know, I'm pretty happy with this guy. I think I'll try to do, I don't know, it could be fun if you put his hands on his hips and kind of started looking grumpy. That could be expressive. Fun way to kind of showcase. Do a little dip, yeah. We can animate that once we're done this cycle. And just setting this up piece by piece. Bada bing, bada boom. Select this, tag it, call it wave. And then if we copy that, move it over. And now we can start another one. Now I do think actually at the peak of this wave, their body should dip. Do a little, just a little bob. And then do that, move that down, move that down, and let's see what we got. Yeah. Replace that, out of place color, out of place color, just slowly fixing it up. And there's one at the end here. Putting that in place. Great. I guess there's still a blink. And go in. Oh no, that's the most inefficient possible way to do this. I should be doing it like that. Much better. Oh, No. What if we brought something like that down? Maybe a little bit late for that. No, that's reasonable. Let's copy. Let's just do this. And then one of these. And then we can copy it. And just paste it into place for each frame. I know there's a more efficient way to do this, but the time it takes for me to find out, I will have already finished doing it the long way. So the long way it is. And I like that so much more. Very sweet. Almost looks like a power symbol. Okay. Now we can copy the beginning of this loop for our next section. Because we're going to begin with the arm raising, whoops, to about there. So we'll copy that and paste it over. And then from here, we need to grab this, create a few frames of just our base guy. Bring that down. And now we need to copy this arm over. So we'll just do that. Delete it there. I'm going to rotate that. Oh, no. Rotate that horizontally. And we're going to just keep at it. Copy and pasting, moving it over, deleting, rotating it, pushing it into place. Grab that, move it over. And now we got it. So I'm gonna create a new frame here. And I think we're actually gonna begin one frame before. And we are going to take this, copy and paste, delete it from there, and repaste the other version into the void, moving that over like so. Now here, I'm just gonna chop that right off. And I think actually we can just take our base arm sections, place them down, move them right over. And then let's just see what we've got. It looks ridiculous, but that's fine. Most things do look ridiculous until they don't. It's just fine. New tag, hands on hips. Copy the frame before so that the arms start coming down, except we're going to knock those out of the way, and I'm going to grab my line tool and slowly start just pushing in towards the hips so that the arms are coming down like so. And now copy that, move it over. And we can use this. For our other guy. Copy and paste those down. Trim the arms here. Right over. And now we're going to rotate these. Let's do 5. No, let's do 10%. Minus 10%. So it goes out, up, and then here. Back in. That needs to be more higher angle, maybe 20. No, greater than that, 40. And we're just going to trim. Let's see. Yeah. Not doing what we want it to do, but that's just what we're... Delete those. Copy this over. Okay, I do like that. I do like that. I wasn't sure at first, but it's making me happy now. Little guys. Little robot guys. Not guys, but they're robots. They're not much of any gender. They're just dudes. Just robot dudes. And then I think it'd be really sassy if it went down like this. Ka-chunk. Let's see. Yeah, that's great. And then I think we can actually, if we move this up like so, and then if we go back to our first frame, copy that, move it over, and we swap it with this one, we can do this. Do, and that should hopefully, yeah. Okay, maybe that does need to be 1 pixel over though. Actually, I think I should do it again. That's good. Takes a little beat. Boom, boom. This needs to get extended. Let's see how that looks. Awesome. So we've got ourselves the hands on the hips, got ourselves a nice wave. Cool. Well, I think that's a good place to leave it. Thanks. Have a nice day.